I told it as close as I could.
The day after, you say Mr. Combs said people go missing?
Yes.
Let's go to your interview on March 18th, 2025. You did not say anything about Mr. Combs told you people go missing.
I don't recall that.
No worries. I'm going to show you a document for the parties only, page 5. Isn't it true the first time you said this was a week ago? Would you like me to show you your previous interviews?
I know what I said.
You said Mr. Combs made a death threat, one that you didn't recall 7 times? Let's move to alleged incident before the Central Park concert. You are aware there was a camera crew?
Not in the bathroom.
You were filmed in the park. Are you aware if the video has been turned over?
No.
About the guns. You didn't tell the prosecutors about, I saw guns at Diddy's house?
They didn't ask.
You never saw Mr. Combs pull a gun out and wave it around, load bullets, or cock it?
He just had it.
Did you tell the government you never saw Mr. Combs do cocaine?
I don't recall.
Your testimony has changed on quite a few things.
As time progresses, I remember more.
You saw One Stop sell drugs. You saw him take money.
Yes.
All right, 1 second. Didn't you tell the government you never saw anyone pay him? So you lied, right?
No.
At this moment, the judge asked for a sidebar. Then they continued.
It was you who reached out to Mr. Combs to work with him again?
Yes.
But he had threatened you, right? You asked him to work with you again?
Yes.
The songs you released on your own have not reached the level of what you released with Danity Kane and Diddy Dirty Money, right?
True.
And you reached out to Mr. Combs to try to make more money, right?
Yes.
At this moment, the prosecution asked for a short sidebar. Then they continued with a redirect.
Why did you file your civil lawsuit?
When I worked for Sean Combs, I had no sleep, the conditions.
In every meeting with the government, did you say that Mr. Combs beat Ms. Ventura?
Yes.
Why'd you reach out to Ms.
The government calls Carrie Morgan. Where do you live?
Los Angeles.
Who is this?
Cassie Ventura.
What was your relationship?
We were best friends. Her boyfriend to me.
Do you see him here?
Yes, there in a yellow sweater.
Let the record reflect the witness had identified defendant Sean Combs. Why are you here?
I got a subpoena.
Where did you live with Cassie?
Manhattan.
Did Cassie drink?
Not much.
Any drugs?
None.
What was she doing for work?
Modeling. Then she recorded me and you.
When did you learn they were dating?
2007.
Did you travel with Cassie and Mr. Combs?
Yes, Ibiza, Miami.
What drugs did Mr. Combs provide?
Molly, marijuana, ecstasy.
Which did Mr. Combs take?
All.
Did you take drugs alone with Cassie?
Opiates.
How did Mr. Combs act?
He would yell at Cassie. She lost her confidence, big time, lost her spark.
Did Mr. Combs talk down to Cassie?
Yes, about her looks, who she talked to.
Did he contact you looking for her?
A lot. Sometimes he would call 50 times in a row.
Would others call you for him?
Yes, Christina Coram, or KK.
Did you witness assaults?
Yes, first in the Hollywood Hills. Ruben, one of his security guards, was there.
What did Mr. Combs do to Cassie?
He kicked her.
What did she do?
Nothing. I told Ruben to do something. He indicated he wouldn't.
Then what?
We left the house. Cassie and I were hiding by someone's front steps.
And the next time?
In Jamaica. I saw him drag her by her hair. I ran back to get my purse and phone so we could leave.
What did you see next?
I thought she was knocked out. Then she got up and ran into a wooded area.
What happened next?
There were 2 golf carts in the driveway. I got in one and Sean got in the other. We went in different directions looking for Cassie.
Did you find her?
Yes, then we hid in a ditch, whispering.
What about the incident at Comstock?
Cassie came back with a hoodie covering her face. Then Sean came and tried to get in, hitting the door with a hammer. I called D-Rock.
Did he get in?
No, then the police came.
What happened?
Cassie wouldn't show them her ID. Nothing happened. They left a card.
Read this message. Did you send an attachment?
Yes, a photo of the card the detective left.
Did Mr. Combs ever assault you?
Yes, he hit me with a wood coat hanger and choked me.
Where did the hanger hit you?
Behind me, right ear.
What did he express concern about?
Who Cassie was cheating on him with.
Who did you speak to about it?
Ryan, Sean's old assistant.
What did he do?
Nothing. I have not spoken with Cassie since.
At this moment, the cross-examination started. You were Ms. Ventura's best friend since 2004.
Actually, 2001. We met waiting for the Polaroids to develop. I was living in Buffalo. She was in Connecticut.
Then you were both in NYC.
I stayed downtown. She moved to Harlem.
Have you ever met Kim Porter?
Yes.
Was Cassie ever jealous?
Yes.
And the other way?
Cassie was speaking with Michael B. Jordan, and Sean got jealous. She was trying to leave him.
You were both using drugs?
No, we were in South Africa.
Did you learn about Gina?
Yes, he was having a full-on relationship with this little girl.
Why do you call her that?
She acts like that. She's younger than us.
When you say Sean came and hammered on the door, why did the police come?
They said because of the noise.
What did they say to you?
Cassie was visibly injured, but she didn't say anything.
You two were best friends for 18 years, but now you haven't spoken with her since 2018?
That's true.
At the danger of being capital obvious, that's a long time. She's moved on. At this moment, the prosecution objected, but it wasn't clear if it was sustained or overruled, and they continued. Why haven't you spoken with her?
She did not support me after Sean assaulted me. I tried that line at assault.
You reached a settlement with Ms. Ventura?
The money came from Mr. Combs.
Do you know if Louise Hayes is a self-help author about self-affirmation?
Yes.
Why did you send him this? With words of encouragement?
I don't remember sending it.
Okay, I want to show you a few more photos. But first let's talk about the incident when he put his hands on your neck. Were you and Cassie using any drugs at the time?
No.
What did he say?
He said, "Who is she cheating with?"
You went to an urgent care and not the hospital?
Right.
But you told the prosecutors it was bloody, and you went to the hospital.
I don't remember that.
Look at this.
I see that I said that.
At this moment, after the defense ended their cross-examination, the prosecution recrossed.
Do you remember Mr. Agnifilo asking you about an incident in LA?
At this moment, the defense objected, but was overruled.
And he hit her, like in Jamaica, arguing about jealousy. What happened in Jamaica?
He dragged Cassie by her hair, a 50-yard hallway.
Was he talking about jealousy?
No. He said she spent too long in the bathroom.
Nothing further.
At this moment, the judge asked if there was a recross, but the defense said no.
Why are you here?
I've been subpoenaed.
Were you Combs' personal assistant?
From 2007 to 2009.
Who is that in this photo?
That is David James.
That is yourself?
Yes. I went to college in Michigan. Later, I faxed my resume to Bad Boy.
Where was the interview?
1710 Broadway.
Who'd you meet?
Tommy, his sister Keisha, and others.
How did they test you?
They gave me 40 appointments and asked me to make a schedule. You had to know, for example, what time a particular show on Hot 97 came on.
What did Mr. Combs ask you?
To make a spreadsheet for Miami, I said I'd know his food and restaurant preferences. He asked me why I'd make a good assistant. I said, can't stop, won't stop, I got the job.
Did he have others?
Ms. Robles, Mr. Barber, others.
What would you do as assistant?
Bad Boy to 5, then out to dinner, then to the studio to 3 a.m. We'd get a call time at the end of the night.
Did you travel with Mr. Combs as well?
Yes.
Who were the security staff?
D-Rock, Bonds, Uncle Paulie.
You worked 20 hours a day?
Yes, security did too.
What did security staff tell you?
To stay in my lane.
Who said that?
Bond, Uncle Paulie.
Focusing on his personal chef. Who is it?
Chef Jordan.
Did Mr. Combs have girlfriends then?
Kim Porter. Sarah, Tara, Yana, and Cassie.
What was your first conversation with Cassie?
We were on Star Island. Carrie Morgan was there too. Cassie said, this lifestyle is crazy. I asked her, why don't you leave? She said, Sean controls my life, my music. He pays for my apartment.
Next conversation?
It was about her music, but the album never came out.
Did you overhear a...
You didn't tell all this the first time. They told me to stop, to not say anything that would incriminate me. Look at the notes from your interview. Read it to yourself, then look up at me. Okay. How do you recognize Suge Knight? I listen to hip-hop. Were you drinking or smoking? No, sir. Your mind was clear as it could be working 20 hours a week at 4 a.m. D-Rock opens the door and Suge Knight is a few cars over. Window was open. D-Rock says, I'm Biggie's boy, and then Suge recognizes him, gives him a dab. What's a dab? Handshake. Did you leave D-Rock at the diner? Why are you smiling? 'Cause that's a crazy question. Why would I? Did you leave D-Rock at the diner? That makes no sense. I'm not asking what makes sense. I'm asking, did you? No. You saw Cassie and Mr. Combs? Yes, Mr. Combs told me to drive. You don't know where Mr. Combs got the hand weapons, do you? I didn't know we had hand weapons until then. Have you ever been in a situation like that? No. You didn't say, I don't want to drive to Suge Knight with weapons? No. What exactly did you do before you got this job? I was a door-to-door salesman, then personal assistant. Now you were going with weapons to confront someone? It was not ideal. You knew how to get to Mel's Diner, right? I frequent there all the time. You've never seen weapons before, right? No. This is a radical departure from your job description. Is that an understatement? It's the understatement of the day so far. Do you have immunity? Ask my lawyer. I have some kind of offer agreement. Proffer? And a proffer agreement is when someone snitches and they don't get jail time. You didn't tell anyone about this? Only my wife. Did you meet with the government this morning? Yes, briefly. About what might come up in Cross. Did the Mel's Diner incident come up? Not that I recall. It's this morning. What did you talk about? Your style? Some people laughed about that. I'm dying to ask what they said, but I won't. I have a few more mundane questions. I love mundane questions. Where did you travel with Mr. Combs? Ibiza, London, St. Tropez. Were these vacations business-oriented? What were you hired as? A personal liaison, but I was a personal assistant. He met a high-level roster of people. Second understatement of the day. Why? He met with a who's who. It was important that he be prepared for these meetings, right? Yes. It was important that he be on time. No, we'd change meetings to fit his schedule all the time when he didn't want to show up at certain times. He had security because people wanted to touch him, right? Yes. In the airport, in McDonald's. Was he gracious? I don't think gracious is a word I'd use for Sean Combs. Did he sign autographs? No. You said he'd stay in the studio until 3 or 4 a.m. and you'd stay with him? Yes, it was common. What sorts of things would he want to always have with him? Ketchup, for example. Did you know he put applesauce on cheeseburgers? No, but I knew he liked applesauce. He liked Astroglide, condoms, and baby oil, but you didn't expense it through the business? Usually not. I was told he didn't want to run them through the company. He didn't want a record of them. When you bought the 8 ball of C on St. Tropez, pronounced San Tropez, you didn't tell Mr. Combs, did you? He was asleep. Tell me about your relationship with Roger Bonds. We talked about Bad Boy as a family. What do you mean? Mama Combs called me her son many times. What was the mission? To make sure he was happy. Was it fun? I enjoyed it from time to time. What was your relationship with Chef Jordan? Professional. Did you choke her? No. Objection. Sidebar. Tell me what happened. We were on Star Island. She told me where to take him. I grabbed her 2 wrists and said, stay in your effing lane. Was there a fallout? It was reported to corporate HQ. Mr. Combs called me in. Mr. Combs told me you can't be putting your hands on women. Bruh. He told me to give her a gift. What did you give her? I rolled up a B and gave it to her. Did she like it? It appeared she did. You were in the car with Mr. Combs and who? Chris Lighty. You even took E? I'd party, sure. What were things like in the studio? Rugs? Yes. It's a creative environment. I didn't smoke when working with Mr. Combs, but he caught you smoking once. I thought he was in for the light. I lit up. He came out. He said, what are you doing? I said, nothing. He said, if you're man enough to smoke, you're man enough to tell me. I said, okay, I'm smoking. He said, if I did it again, he'd fire me. How about when you picked up 2 females and had schmecks with one? Objection, 403. Overruled. She asked for $200. I called Roger Bonds and asked, what the hell? She asked to take a shower. I said, that's $200. And he starts laughing. On that note, no further questions. Then the government asks, what about the incident in Alpine, New Jersey? To file a police report and say that Chef Jordan had been the aggressor. But I didn't file it. I drove around and told him I'd made the report. What have we asked you to do? Tell the truth. Nothing further. And then Diddy's lawyer said, you lied to Mr. Combs about filing the police report? Yes. Nothing further.